Everyone, welcome to the Thursday night, and welcome to this VPub takeover. I'll be going into a little bit about what we're doing tonight, but as always, I'll do a little intro, and then we'll say hello to the chat, and welcome everybody in. See you in a moment. Hello again. Welcome to this lovely Thursday night. Taking up Roy's usual slot. Now, as you know, Roy is on holiday at the moment, so he's done a couple of different kind of people covering him over the last few weeks, I guess. But it's really just been me and Jeff. Whiskey did one a couple of weeks, which surprised me. I thought we would have a few more, but I actually meant to cover one a few weeks ago, but unfortunately I couldn't in the end. My mum paid me a surprise from France, so I had to put last minute. But yeah, I'm here today, and this is going to be the last lot. Roy's coming back next, which I'm sure you'll all be pleased to hear. But today I thought I'd take the opportunity only to warm you up almost for Roy's VPub next week, but also to celebrate a little cheeky ski celebration at 7 years old on No Nonsense Ski this month. Kind of. My actual video I uploaded was in May of that year, but I didn't really start taking it seriously until August. But yeah, in any case, let's dip into the chat, see what we've got. This is a much busier live stream for me than you, so please do bear with me if I might miss anything. I know we're going live on Facebook and LinkedIn as well, which adds to it all, but if I miss something, I apologize. And as always, the way of making me see it is to No Nonsense Wiki me or various other means. But yeah, let's dip hello to the people who got in for the doors open nice early people. We had Drew from Ed, of course. He's looking forward to tonight. Thank you very much. We have Hoswid, of course. Thank you, Ian. Jeff Whiskey is in. Nice one. Thank you very much. David Owen says, "Doesn't time fly?" It does indeed. It's been a long 7 years, but it's been an absolute breeze. I never thought I would be in this for this long. That's for sure. But here I am. We also had Jimmy in as well. I mean, there's a people that were chatting beforehand, so it's going to take a little while for me to get through these, but that's only a good thing, I think. But yeah, Jimmy Jab, thank you very much. James Palmer he's banner tonight, so watch out. He's got some high strength ski in us, which I'll be drinking a little bit later on. He kind of sent me a sample of. We'll go into that in a bit, but so watch out. He might be accidentally muting people. We have scrolling down, lots of chat before I started, which was amazing. Greg's Whiskey Guide is in. Thank you very much, dude. We've got Sir Elfas. I can never pronounce that bit. Andreas anyway, but thank you very much for coming in, dude. Kojin, nice one. Thank you very much for joining me for this one. Andrew Buck, course. I'm looking forward to meeting you properly for the firm at the end of this month. For those that don't know, I should have put it in notes actually, but I've got a bit of a 7-year celebration in Birmingham, UK, for people that could manage it. Although I will have to eat people soon because apparently it's going to be a train strike. So yeah, watch out for that one. But we'll go into that. Christopher Malloy's Eric Gunderson's in. Thank you very much. Whiskey with Molly, Ben's in. I think it was your birthday yesterday, but happy birthday, dude. Apologies for that, but I saw it on the CO's group this morning. Gav Strams is in. This one, thank you very much. Tater Dom is in. Nice one. Rob Smith. This is cool. There's lots of names that I haven't seen before, which is awesome. I love that. We're on 57.59. Oh my god, already. That's amazing. Nicholas MD 8085 here to say hello. Wraith is in. Pete Head is in. Legion. CA Scotty is in. Alan Newland is in. Simon Jin is in. Bob Halford is in. This is awesome, guys. Thank you so much for everyone joining me. Campi Planet's in. My god, it was pretty early for you, isn't it, my friend? Yeah, pretty early. I'm not sure if I missed anybody. Gary Caru's in. Audio is a bit off. Ooh, okay, hang on. Let's double check that. Make sure I'm using the right. Yeah, I'm using this. Maybe I need to turn it up a little bit. Okay. Let me know if that's good. If that's better. I did the gain turn right down. But yeah, thanks for that. This is how scrolling down and look at a little echoey. Okay. Chat is a little echo. Is that still going on? Sorry, folks. Scrolling down. I don't know where the echo's coming from. Okay, bear with me. I haven't got it open anywhere else. Sorry, guys. It's just going to take me a second to lock this down. I don't know why this is happening. It's unfortunate. Okay. How about now? How do I sound? Sounds like two mics. Earbuds should be off. I've got no speakers on. I've got my earphones in. How about that? Is it fixed it? Everybody say if that's fixed it. Oh man, still echoes. I did change anything. Okay. Does that sound any better? I wish I could hear it. Oh my god. Okay. I'm speaking. Still two Vins. Software. Okay. Right. Bear with me a second. Apologies for this. I don't know why this is coming from. So this is just going to take me a second to lock down. One more second. Oh. Hello, everybody. How's that sound now? I did a quick restart of the window, and hopefully that's it. But I don't know what to do if it hasn't. In all honesty. Oh my god, where's the echo come from? I'm gonna shut this. Okay. I'm working it. I'm working the issue. Audio should just be coming through that. Yeah, I've on the headphones. I've got the coming from anywhere else. That's the frustrating thing. It's almost like the webcam's doing it. Okay. I am using Yard. I'm fiddling. Okay. I've tried a few things. I've turned my phone off. Let's see if this works now. Let me know if you can hear me. It's still echoing. One more say hello. Right. Okay. Let's try one more thing. Okay, I did a quick restart of that. Yeah, literally, I've got no playing at all. No, I've got nothing playing. Not on my phone, on my browser, nothing. Hopefully, the switch just turned off on my mic. I think it's probably the webcam that's done. That's fixed it. Oh my god! Right, 13 minutes in. You know what? I was worried that I wouldn't be able to cover. I was worried I wouldn't be able to cover like 2 hours of stuff, but I wasted 15 minutes on that, whatever that was. And do you know what? This is the funny thing about live streams, because I changed absolutely nothing. Still echo. There's still echo. Okay, right. I'm going to turn this down. There must be a set somewhere, because yeah, it did something weird to me. I've even got this thing called cancellation on. Do you know this? Oh, right, I'm gonna turn that off and see what happens. Yeah, I'm gonna carry on. Sorry, yeah, okay. We're gonna have to carry on because I don't waste you guys time. But yeah, that's really annoying because I genuinely don't know why that's happened. But yeah, okay, fair enough. Derailed, but thank you very much everyone for joining me today. Hopefully people are still stuck around. We've got 68 in. That's awesome. I'm really impressed that you've stuck around for that, because that's so cool. We are celebrating a little bit of 7 years today. Cool. I have a couple of little videos I want to share with you for kind of my journey. But what I've added these in, so I've got a couple of trailers and a couple of balloons to show you. We've got some 7-year-old whiskies to try from various different sources around, which is cool. I'll be going through those a bit, and I've got a couple of ways as well. So what I'm going to do, actually, before anything, is bring the first giveaway. I had to close all my tabs and everything, which is annoying. I'm going to do that, but I want to give away some bits and bobs. The first one I've got to give away is a No Nonsense Whiskey Jigger, which has got my symbol on it somewhere. All of the I'm going to send a coin with as well. These are the old coins that I've still got knocking around, but I've also got later a hip flask to give away. I've got some cards to give away as well, which is cool. I'm going to sell a bit later on. We've got a quiz later as well, so make sure you stick around for that. We might have Menno on for that. See how that goes. But yeah, the first thing I'm going to do is jiggle. So let me see if I can bring up giveaway tool. Hold on a second. What I need you to do is type in the comments hashtag Jigger. That's JIGER, and you can start chucking that in right now. basically what that will do is capture basically everyone who's in the stream anyway, and should be pretty cool. And then we'll bring up a little window to do a little draw, and this is where in the world, by the way. So I will purposely giving away any whiskey. This is just the stuff that I've got, the merchandise that I've got, and I can send them anywhere in the world. I'll try and make it so that it obviously is a gift, so that you shouldn't have to pay any fees. But if you are somewhere extra in the world and that happens, we'll sort that out as it goes. We'll sort that out. But yeah, need to be careful with that hashtag. Indeed, Ben. Okay. So I don't waste too much time. Now 28 entrants and that, which is cool. I think what I have to do is share screen. It's proper amateur. I feel a little derailed. Yeah. There you go. A nice little graphic in it. Oh. Reb Mordecai. Nice one. There you go. I actually thought it was just going to stop and Ray for a second then. Now I'm going to write this down. I've got Reb. I'm going to send you. I've got your email, so that's all. So I'll email you, and we'll get your address. I think I've got your address, so I'll get your address, and I'll send that across with a coin. There you go. That's the first one. Back, and we'll get rid of that. We don't want that on anymore. Okay, right. Let's set. Now, as I said, I've got some 7-year-old to try. I've got a couple of different sources from where they come from. A few guys on my Discord community. Big shout out to those guys, because Discord really is the backbone of No Nonsense Whiskey at the moment. I've pretty much come off of social to a certain extent. I've come off Twitter completely for my own personal reasons. I don't know the way it's going, but I don't really use Facebook much anymore. And Instagram I use sort of regularly, but really enjoying Discord. I have my own server, so there's a link in the description if you want to join that, and it's a very good friendly group. It can get busy sometimes, but don't let that put you off. We love it, and it's a really great place to be. So, yeah, a good shout out for them. But yeah, the first one I have is Whiskey Shared. I've got a couple from here today. Ooh, can you see that? And this is the I always want it's Pierce. It's Pears. 10-year-old distiller's choice. This is an Irish whiskey, 43% ABV. I've not really Pears before. I don't too much about them, but this is a blend of grain and malt. I'm pretty sure it's theirs. Again, I have to say, Irish whiskey is not something that I've really explored in great detail. That's my fault. Anyone else's kind of issue, but it doesn't really grab me. But that said, there's loads of Irish coming out and about pretty soon, and I'm excited to try that. So yeah, looking forward to giving it a go. That's all. I've just realised this is plugged in anymore, so I'm going to get rid of this because they're on. Okay, so I'll say cheers to everybody for joining me. Thank you very much for putting up with the tech issue and whatnot, and you know, obviously if you still live that and putting up with it anyway. But yeah, I'll say cheers to you all. I'm going to try this. Okay. Oh, that's interesting. Yeah, it's extremely grainy. It's not yeah, it's not like it obviously it's full grain, right? Minimum of 7 years, but yeah, it's not overly grape. It's got almost like a grape vibe to it on the palate, at least. Anyway, it hasn't really on the nose. Almost like a grapefruity vibe. That's really interesting. Now I'll pick this first, 43%. I've got quite a lot of ABV going up. 43, 47.1, 50, 60.7 jump, and then 61.1. I'll show you those as I go along. But yeah, I thought I'd pick this nice and light in terms of ABV anyway. But it's yeah, that's an interesting one. Probably grainy for me on first taste, but I've got a bit more here. So what I'll be doing is trying these at my own leisure later on. But thanks very much to Toby for sending those over. He sent two. I've got one from James Palmer, and then I've got one that I got from Somerton that Atom Brand sent me, actually, which is pretty cool. I haven't covered that yet, but we'll get into it. Andy Walker saying, sorry, I'm late evening. No, I think it's probably time, my friend, because I spent a good 50 trying to solve some tech issues. So, yeah, thank you very much. What I'm going to do is play, if you'll indulge at least, is, like I said before, I've got a couple of videos I want to show, and this is really kind of showcase journey a little bit. So I had, obviously, I came at YouTube with no experience whatsoever. I enjoyed my whiskey before I started the channel, but we had something like 12 bottles. And in truth, the reason I started the channel is because I was a big fan of YouTube, and I was trying video reviews for the whiskies that I wanted to drink that I've written, that I wanted to buy, I could afford. And I couldn't find them. You know, there was obviously Ralphie. This was even pre-Roy, actually. Roy, I date Roy by about 6-7 months, something like that. I think he did in 2017 in like the February or something like that. And I have the accolade of being his 11th subscriber. But yeah, I started it. That was the whole reason why, and it was I wanted to start making the content that I wanted to find, but that turned out to be really difficult, and I was not very good at videos. The equipment wasn't that great. Apparently, kind of still isn't. right. You know, we every day. And yeah. So I was trying to edit on different things, and the audio is pretty bad. But yeah, this is the third trailer that I made. I didn't want to show you the trailers 1 and 2. You can find those if you go looking on the channel. They're all still live. They're all still back there. Ago. So yeah, again, if you'll indulge, here is the third trailer I ever produced. Hopefully, the sound isn't too loud, but you might want to protect if you're wearing earphones. Hi there, my name is VinPF, and this is No Nonsense Whiskey. If you've come to the channel, you're probably a fan of whiskey and you want to find out more. Now, I am not a whiskey professional. I am a big fan of whiskey, and I like to explain to people what I smell and taste without going overboard into deep tasting notes. This is no nonsense, no bullshit reviews. Every Thursday from whiskey all over the world. I omit nothing. I'll do no age statements, I'll do foreign whiskies, I'll do things that are related to whiskey made by other distillers, gins, things like that. I'll do new make spirits, basically young malts, whatever goes, bourbons, all sorts. So subscribe to the channel, stick around every Thursday, and you'll get new content from me. See you soon. I probably should have vetted before. I completely forgot there was a swear word in there. If you were playing this with any little ones around, I guess we're late enough evening. But if you're over the States, apologies about that. I completely forgot a little word in that. I made a pretty big choice early on not to swear. That might have been the last one you'll ever have heard on the channel, but that was really just a personal choice. YouTube doesn't say what I shouldn't do. Really, you're not really meant to be drunk on screen. That's but some people get away with it, right? But yeah, kind of where we started. Hopefully, the production value's gone up a bit since then, especially on my videos. Anyway, maybe not the live streams. Yeah, Andrew. Yeah, I know. I've got an echo. Unfortunately, I've not been able to solve. I genuinely don't know where it is. Well, I imagine it's coming this up here, but I don't know how to turn that off. Is the truth. I'd try stopping the camera, but I don't. Like I said, I spend too much time naffing around with it. I'm gonna try putting that back on. I'm gonna try putting that back on. Yeah, and hope maybe it'll just figure it out at some point. But I am pretty annoyed about it. Something actually, I was going to show you this. StreamYard does this weird feature where it says touch up my appearance. You can see, yeah, I can see I've got a bit of a red face. That's normal. I'm very hot in this. But I can do this, and then it's a bit creepy. Yeah, I don't like that. I don't like that. Okay, let's get into the chat and see what who's around and say to a few people, because there's a lot of wind today, which is great. As always, if you want to get hold of me, then please do the Answers Whiskey. It's pretty much the best way of seeing me. If you're watching from Facebook and LinkedIn, I will try to see your comments, but StreamYard is not the best. We do have a couple people in, which is cool from Facebook. Yeah. At the moment, but yeah, I think I have to say I do stream to 3 places at once, but I think if I carry on with live streams, I'm pretty much only going to keep it to YouTube from now on. It doesn't seem much point of spreading it around. People don't tend to be too worried about it. I'm going to bring this a bit closer. But yeah, feel free to ask me any questions. Yeah, saying if you can't turn the webcam sound off, leave it on and switch the normal mic off. Let's try it. Yeah, the solidity will go down. Okay, so it's definitely not the webcam now. So it's something to do with this, and we don't know why. What a shame. But never mind. Never mind. Move on. It killed the echo and the sound. Yes, it did. It's stressful. I'm trying to plod on, put a break face, but it is stressing out. So, and it's a real shame. It's a real shame because you guys better, really do, because you guys are the backbone of everything. You really, you. If it weren't for you guys watching, when I started the channel, nobody was watching. Of course, started with 0, but as we plod on, it's just really enjoyable to interact with everybody. Yeah, Graham. Yeah, I did try that, Anthony. I don't know about stereo thing. Hang on. What do you say about stereo? Echo cancellation off. Stereo audio on. Whoa. What do we reckon? See if that's done anything. Peace. Where were you earlier, Graham? If that's worked. On the plus side, I suppose lots of comments are coming in, but that's. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. People are talking of channels in the chat, which is great. Which going back to what I was saying before, there really were a lot of channels, especially after I started. There weren't so many when I started. A lot of US channels, as I mentioned, the kind of big few that I used to watch were Scotch Dummies and Ralphie, of course. Whiskey in the Six, which is they're all still going mostly. Scotch Dummies are less frequent now that Scott's got himself a job at MWS, but obviously since then we've had loads of new channels come and go. Unfortunately, it's a tough game because you've really got to love the process. You're passionate about whiskey for sure, but you love the process of producing videos as well. It doesn't go so well. Otherwise, this would ruin everything. You would just stop doing it, right? I remember even Roy having previous issues throughout, and probably still does to a certain extent. But, Greg saying he missed Mold Man Cave Keith. Absolutely, he was one of the original guard, let's say, and so sadly no longer doing his thing. Plenty of people. So it is a shame. But it happens. So what I want to do is move on to the next whiskey. Keep the cadence going a little bit because we're going to be doing a quiz probably about 11. I should have said as well. Thank you everyone joining me at 9:30, quarter to 10. I wanted to Roy's timings as much as I could, but unfortunately, I wanted to go just a little bit earlier because it will help you get to bed. I have to go to work. Up at least 6:30 tomorrow. Yeah. The next one then is this King's Inch Director's Cut Small Batch Best of Bourbon. This came my way because of my subscriptions and club. Big shout out to them, who are excellent stuff. If you're in the UK, definitely check these guys out. I really enjoy what they do because they send me interest like this, which I wouldn't have bought off my I think this is 65 quid. We got it for free, which is an absolute bargain. But yeah, this is a 7-year-old whiskey, which is cool because it says it on the back. It's always helpful. I like it when that happens. I think all of these have that. Yeah, all of these either have the age or they have the date bottled. So Andrew Butler saying that he's got a sherry cask version of this. Yeah, these are a really interesting brand because they what they've done is it's secret to start with, but I think when people started to rumble them, they just admitted it. But basically, what they do is they borrow the Glasgow distillery, or did. I don't think they runs very frequently. I think they did for a little while, and then they just have now stock. Don't know for sure. I think the reason why it was a bit secret, it was a nice idea, but for me, I'm a big fan of Glasgow distillery. I've got quite a lot of bottles behind me, and just about see. There you go. And I'm a big fan of them, and their distillery character is all over this. Especially when what they did say is we're a Glasgow distillery, so that narrows it down quite a lot. James was a shout out to Jam Drinker, absolutely. Never really got going, unfortunately. They were trying, and I think just as they were turning the corner with personal stuff happened, and they had to stop the video. But they've still got the COs, the certified rules. Big shout out to that Discord, active in it as I should be, but mainly because I've got my own. But it's a hive of activity. That if you're in it, you're in it. You'll know what I mean. Now, this is a top tier whiskey, I think, especially 50 quid. Let's have a drink of it. I should have as well. I mentioned before I start. I'm going to say that a lot. Should have said. I'm drinking a whiskey today, and you are as well. Let me know what's in your glass, even if you're not drinking 7-year-old whiskey. Also, let me know what's in your glass as well. Always good to talk. But yeah. Again, cheers to you. We'll have a little sip of this King's Inch. Yeah, I mean it's got that distillery character all over it. It's really interesting to as best of bourbon, because this is like five. What is this? Five bourbon casks, single casks, obviously. Which they do have some semblance of that from the Glasgow distillery. Just they're messing around with the types. They're mixing pitted. They're doing triple build. They've got their original. I think they've got some sherry. I can't remember if they've got some sherry or not. But they've got the PX and the P course. But yeah, really interesting stuff. But they're not really doing bog standard expert triple distilled. I think probably is. But very distillery and King's Inch because of it. So very interesting. So doing things for sure. I'm trying to remember who it was. Just Spirits, of course. Courageous Spirits. Checking out. I'm not sure what their reach is. If you're in the UK, worth checking out for sure. But I'm really enjoying this. See what people are drinking. Dark Tide Bells. Why not? It's one of the most sold whiskies in the world, right? Carrie's got a Firkin Rest. I've still got I've got 2 bottles of rare right there. Don't know when I'm gonna finish those up. Unfortunately, they'll be gone, which is a shame. Hellswood's got a 7-year-old Buna Stoisha, which is cool. I like that. Not sure what brand that is. Because they don't bottle under that usually, do they? But that'd be a nice, I imagine. Jamie, I missed the No Nonsense Whiskey videos that came out a fraction of a second before the others. I don't remember which ones they were. Yeah, my release schedule's been all over the place. It's always been Thursday, but I used to put my videos at like 6-7 p.m. and sometimes I still do that. Sometimes I get itchy finger and I want to get them out early. I don't think it really matters. I have to say, get a bit YouTubey now, but it used to be that we would find an exact time when you'd would be online. If you guys tended to watch at like 10 o'clock, I would get metric as a general figure, and it would make sense for me to be online just before that, because it used to be on your subscription feed, right? If you remember that where you would log on, you'd see your subscription feed, but then if you were too late, you'd see the most recently. Well, that's pretty much gone now. I mean, the feed is still there, but you'll notice if you ever log on to YouTube, They hardly ever put that there, and they've moved that further down and made it more complicated to look at. Pain, if you ask me, but it's all about the home screen, and that's where the algorithm comes in, and they want you to bend over backwards trying to make it so you get into that algorithm. You know, usually means stupid thing, having clickbait or exciting thumbnails and whatnot, and I'm not really in that. I do my best to put out ways that I think people are going to enjoy watching, but ultimately I drink that I'm going to enjoy, right? So sometimes it hits, sometimes it doesn't, but I'm not too worried about that. I'm just grateful for the people that do, to be honest. We've got Pepsi Max in, coffees are in. Yes, people are doing some stuff. Buddy, I know whiskey's the echo making me dizzy. I apologise for it. I really don't know why. The annoying thing is that the engineer Deji in me that wants to know why that's happening. I do not know why that's happening. I'm gonna just ground still while I'm trying to figure it out. I don't know. Maybe something will solve it eventually. We will see. Gary Carrie's asking if I'm egg festing. Don't know what that means. To be honest. Sorry, buddy. Okay. Right, where are we? So yeah, we're about 37 minutes in. So what I'm going to do is show you my next video, and then we'll do another quick giveaway, and then we'll move on to the next whiskey. You know, it's just quite a live stream, so we'll see where we're at. Next video I want to show you then is a bit more of an evolution. So we saw the trailer for that you just saw. Then I got my MacBook for the first time, and I got to iMovies, which was a bit of a revelation. I don't use that more. So I'm now on Premiere Pro or whatever to edit. But you should see a slight bit of difference. There was about a year in between these two. So it's the next trailer. I think this might have been the fourth trailer I produced. But there. Anyway, here you go for the video.
Hello and welcome to No Nonsense Whiskey Reviews. My name is Vin PF and I want to bring whiskey back to the average fan and give honest, down-to-earth reviews that take all the subjectivity out of tasting notes. On the channel you'll be seeing whiskies that are readily available on the UK markets, supermarkets, maybe even the off-licence, definitely on the internet. They shouldn't also cost the earth, so you should all be able to get hold of them if you want to. But I'll be trying to cover whiskies from all over the world. I'll have whiskies from Scotland, from England, from France even, Japan, America and so on. I'll be trying to cover as much as I can, giving you guys as much information as I can. I'll be getting a new video up every other Thursday. If you want to subscribe to the channel to be the first to see it, you should click around here. That'll be a link that you can click on right now. It'll pause the video, open up a new tab, and you can subscribe there and come back and watch the rest of the video. I've also got a Facebook page that you'll be able to click here. That also contains the whiskey reviews, but also further posts, maybe a bit more depth, some distilleries in focus, and every now and again we'll have a competition where I give away samples of the things I'm reviewing. Thank you everyone for watching, and I hope you enjoy No Nonsense Whiskey.
I'm laughing at all the comments that are coming past as that goes. It was a while ago, I look a little bit older now, but I've got kids now, so yeah, it's a funny one. I did use the comments from people saying I looked too youthful, but I started it when I was 31, so wasn't doing too bad. True story of those videos with the music behind. Actually, I remember, I think it might have been Mordecai, actually, because he's been watching me for years. Many of you have been saying that he liked the music. Correct me if I'm wrong, Reb. Yeah. So basically, the reason why I had that music is because the microphone that I had at the top picked up some dreadful white noise, which I can't really complain today because of the again audio issue. it had yes, this is Trey Potty. Now I used to do it. It used to mask the white noise, because if I didn't put the music on, you would have just heard over like behind every video. And now, obviously, later on in my kind of video making career, I figured out how to get rid of that noise cancelling by better microphone, allegedly, and better equipment, better knowledge and whatnot. So I decided to music. Some people really hated the music. Some people didn't care. And then when I kind of got rid of it, some people really hated rid of it. That was kind of when I decided that you never keep everyone happy. You just got to make the content you make. That's the big thing. So some people still use background music, and it's something that's hard to do. You need to get the levels right. You need to be able to hear it, but not hear it too much. It doesn't want to detract from the video. The other thing was that I was using Creative Commons music. So occasionally I would get a company. Basically, what they would do is they would load that track, would set it up onto YouTube, pretend it was theirs, and then they would shut down all like monetization on a channel that had this music on it, because it would be like a copy claim. It wasn't as being shut down or anything like that, but it would basically cease everything, and it was a big old faff to sort out, and it used to take like months to sort out. So it was just hand. Now that I don't have that Thai music, I could probably get better now. I've got access to some content libraries and whatnot. But I don't really miss the music. Say it served purpose, and now use music on my videos. Apart from sometimes it's time, I'll indulge myself a little bit of a jingly carol or something like that. But it's been an interesting ride. But hopefully you can see there a little bit in the difference in quality where I went up. That intro though there is one that came across. Was a friend made me that. I've actually just realised. I think I might have played those in the order for you. I think I might have played better one first. Never mind. Why not? Okay. What we're going to do next then is another giveaway. If you're up for it, I'm sure you are. 63 people in. So this is kind of rewarding you for being here at the start, right? So what I've got next is a hip flask. Again, shipped worldwide. It comes in a box like this. So if anyone, if you're in the US and it's someone's it to find out, it will definitely look like a good gift. So and unfortunately, I won't send any whiskey in it because get you guys in trouble. But what I'll do then is I'll run another one. What I want you to do is hashtag flask, FLASK, hashtag flask, and I'm going to put that up on the screen and see people. You can do that right for now, by the way. Giveaway tool. Boom. Hopefully that'll show entries coming in. I'll give you a minute or two to. I'm going to put my face down here instead. No, like that. There we go. Put it back. So really a way of saying thank you to you guys, because I mean I'm sitting around, to be honest, and it's always great to have this stuff out and about. People, I like these flasks. I take these around with me, my own ones, of course. Why wouldn't I? I take these to like and things. Not I used to kids. I used to take them pretty much everywhere, but not so good to do that. But yeah, weddings is always a good. Gonna have a little sip of my next one, and maybe a sip of water as well. Yeah, and like I said, you'll get a coin as well. So if you do win it, coin. Okay, I think that's slowed. So let's draw it. If anyone gets the last one in quickly, done. Who's gonna win it? With a notepad. Lee J. I could probably save on posted and just give that to you. I almost feel like you've got a hip score already, but maybe you haven't. Nice. A couple of people might have missed out on that, but never mind. Okay, stop showing. I've got someone in the comments called Where's. Yeah, I feel it, buddy. I feel it. He's in spirit. I've got my Aquavite jumper on, whatever, polo top. And normally I was a bit further away with the camera, but it shows up the sides of my room a bit much, so I've zoomed in a little bit. But yeah, it's getting warmer as well, so I'm starting, my red's starting to come through, and he's starting to come through. Okay, we're powering on. Let's carry on. We're having a look at the chat. Reb was saying that his review of mine was the Klein Leash reserve from Game of Thrones. Yeah, that was an interesting one. It took me a while to get round to Game of Thrones series, because I get this entirely. I have to admit, I did cover White Walker, and that did very well for my channel. It's still by far the most viewed video by a long. It's I'm impressed with that, because I managed to get hold of a bottle quite soon. I bought it on Amazon, got it next day, delivered my video there and then. And people seem to it. I don't know why. But yeah, it was a good video. But yeah, to that, I was a bit annoyed at Game of Thrones bottlings. I have it, because the way, if I remember this, because it was years ago now. But the way they did is they quite obviously produced tens of thousands of these bottles. What they did was they created a bit of a demand by only releasing a certain amount of them, and people went nuts. Do you remember? Went absolutely nuts for it, and that like there was the sin that I saw, where a distillery. I'm not going to point fingers at them today, but a distillery had the complete set on their own website, their own web shop, where they also sold their own whiskies for like £1,500, which was, I think the whole set would have cost about 300 total. And that, I was just appalled by the whole thing. And I remember saying to people, look, this is Diageo, right? They've produced so much of this stuff that they must have it sitting somewhere. It went around and around. Second market went crazy. People were going nuts. Couldn't find it anywhere. And then lo and behold, some secret stock out of nowhere flooded the market, and these poor people that had spent thousands of pounds to get these whiskies were completely devalued. And I don't know what it's like anymore. If you still get hold of these things, or if you still have to buy them, perhaps no one cares anymore. But these poor people, they were investing in whiskey. They just weren't. They just invested in whiskey, and it's why to get too much of a high horse. But it's why I see a lot of these now. You guys watching, every single one of you already know these cask investment alerts. I'm not trying to say they're scams. Some of them might be actually legit businesses. You've got to really be about stuff like that. Like for the average person, people like you, the average whiskey drinker, it's not really us. I don't think it's not really for us, because you could lose a lot of money to these people, and you're not going to get whiskey. The whole point is to get the whiskey. It's just to invest into the cask again and later. But they could do anything to that barrel. They accidentally spill it, but not spill it. Move it somewhere else, but not spill it. I don't know. For me, it's a bit too hot. So yeah, just be careful with your money, guys. That's all right. I'm not against whiskey investors. Got a couple, not many. I'll show you. I don't often show people this. Oh, this is pretty much the only book that I think will be worth something in one day. And this right here is a Cotswolds inaugural release from 2017, and the reason I'm not even sure if it will show up on them. The reason why is I went down to visit them, and I got there's Dan Shaw. It's upside down. There you go. Even says to Vin as well, so I don't think it will ever be worth serious cash. But I've got Dan Shaw who signed that. So yeah, he's obviously the CEO. So that might be a few bob down the line. But if it isn't, then fine. I will happily add to myself and compare to whatever their core releases. The other sealed bottle I got actually is this one here, which is this one has got a little bit of a story behind it. Basically, you can't really get this over here in the UK. They kindly sent me this and I obviously I can't pop it. The reason why I wanted it is because it's got my daughter's name as their recipe. I want to say recipe, but it's I'll basically my intention is to give that to my daughter one day, and she can open it or do what else with it. But I don't think it's probably not going to be worth anything. It's quite expensive originally, but obviously sent it to me, which is awesome. I emailed them to ask them if I could somehow get that, and they read them through for me, which is awesome. What I really should be doing, genuinely, I can get hold of some Stellums in the UK. I should buy a bottle of their other one and review it. That's my. But one day. Okay. We are 51 minutes, and I need my third dram. Today I got. This is a weird one. This is a weird one. Tiki Whiskey Company, and this is the single malt English whiskey Adnams 7-year-old. Part of their Home Nation series, whatever that means. I miss my normal camera because I can't do zooms. Adnams. I don't know much about Adnams. Genuinely, my original plan was to do a review of this and do my review. I think I'll probably have information. But I don't know what this is made from. Adnams do a lot of different kind of mash bill whiskies or recipes or whatever you want to call it. So but the key thing is when I first popped it, I wasn't that keen on it. So I might have a little dollop of rye in it now. You guys know I don't really get on with rye that much. There's a few I do like, but there are many that I don't. I'm keep trying. Hello. I have a new cat, and if I convince her to come anywhere near me, I'll show you the cat. Hang on. Oh yes, I've got her. This is Bella. She's 2 years old and she's very skittish. Although placid, she likes people. Yeah, you're not happy, are you? But yeah, she's not a lap cat or anything like that. Meow. Okay, see you later. Yeah. I did think about actually. So I was thinking about this. I did think about making these cubes a bit comfy, so that she might sit in it and maybe be background of some of the videos. But yeah, we'll see. Like I said, she's not that. She's extremely, but she's very shy. Is probably the way of saying it. Yeah. Good kitty. I think you must have had your ears burning just before, because that's amazing timing. Amazing timing. Okay, so yeah, I have this Adnams. Let's talk about this a little bit. I think all of these, or bold. I was going to say I think all of these whiskies might be not filtered, natural coloured, but that pair's probably not. Might be natural colour, to be fair. Say through a Pioneer bottle, because these are obviously slightly green because of the recycled plastic. Unlikely to be non-chill, right? I don't know. Someone will be able to tell me. Toby's in it to tell me. I think a lot of people have black cats. It's funny. I don't want to go on about the cat too much, but we took a cat's protection because she's getting overlooked. We did with the intention of getting a kitten, but when we she was such a sweet little girl. She was really, really tiny, almost kitten-esque anyway. But when we found out that she'd had at the age of she'd had three litters, she'd lived in a house of some cats. We couldn't leave her there anymore. So yeah, we took her. Okay, let's try this. Another cheers to you guys. Thank you all for sitting with me on this Thursday. Yeah, I think there's got to be some rye in this. It's a bit hot heavy, but yeah, I think the cask it's got to be a brand new cask, I think, or at least a kind of refurbished cask, maybe colour like that in 7 years in this. Oh, look at that! That's nice. It's a very interesting whiskey, that's for sure, and I'm starting to really enjoy it as this poor little bottle goes down. And it's not that bad. Boutique do half a litre bottles. Once you get your head around that, I know a lot of people don't like half bottles. Personally, I quite like it because it keeps my affordability down. yes, cost per milliliter goes up when you have it like this, but total cost versus getting a full bottle panel means that I save a little bit of cash. But this is quid, reasonable value, I think. Someone said earlier, Adnams beer better than Adnams whiskey. Probably true. I do know some of their beers, not that well. I should go and visit them at some, but it's not super easy to get to from the Midlands. If I ever go on holiday there or something like that, I'll figure it out. But yeah, an interesting one, that's for sure. I'm checking the comments to make sure there's no one coming in from Facebook and whatnot. I think there is, but like genuinely, I don't click on Facebook. Yeah, no one watches. I stream them as well. No one watches on LinkedIn. Is the cat still here? Cat's still here. And maybe you'll get to see her mooching around in the background a little. Black cat, indeed. I do like black cats. They are lovely. Okie dokie then. What I'll want to do then quickly, I do have a couple more throwback videos for you. Hopefully you're in those. The next Who are outtake videos. Now you may have seen one before. They're in all of these videos. Those are live on the channel. They're there to go in for, but I've got a lot of videos now, so it's hard to scroll through them. Some of you guys might remember early on, very early on, I was the second person to take part in a Roy Akwete blind challenge. This one was actually Food Quick. I'm not sure if they actually did a video collaboration in the end. I think he was the tester. I was the second at least, but might have been the first video. Now, what Roy used to do, it was a bit easier to send samples because actually UK rules state you have to send out two like two vessels of any kind really. So two full size bottles, which is ridiculous because it'd be two full liters or two samples. Now, obviously, there are ways of getting around that. Because Master of Malt send out 5 at a time, and they don't use Royal Mail, I don't think, or if they do, they shouldn't. But yeah, it's tough to follow rules exactly. And you have to do the one big thing you have to do shipping alcohol. You're allowed to ship up to like 70%. Gervin's asking me about the is there a headset? There's no headset nearby. No. I've got just this one microphone, and I've got the webcam. The webcam isn't the problem, or at least shouldn't be. It might be the computer itself, but it shouldn't be. That's what I mean. I genuinely don't know. The only thing that would what happened was I did reboot Chrome just before the stream, and it made StreamYard go a bit funny. So yeah. So I think there's maybe a clash with Chrome and StreamYard because of the update that I've just done. I've turned off the echo cancelling. Unfortunately, turned it all off. It's I've tried everything. Unfortunately, I am sorry. Okay. So I want to play this video too. I did this blind challenge, and I got a bit of a reputation this challenge because I did so well on it. And that has proven over time, after repeated exposure to Roy Akwete blind challenges, that I am not good at blinding, as many people aren't. Yeah, so it's because I really did do well on it, and it was a complete just got lucky. However, very long. We did do because Roy, what he wanted to do with that project was he wanted it to be recorded in one big stream, mistakes, swear, everything. He wanted file and he wanted it to edit to then be released on the channel, which is fine. I'm happy to do it, and we did it. What happened was it produced quite a lot of outtakes for one video. Usually I used to do outtakes when I built enough outtakes. Now what I do, if I do have outtakes, I normally at the end of the video, little top tip for you, so stick it to the end of the videos because then you might see some outtakes. Not always, but it happens. So yeah, what I want to do is play an outtakes video. Yeah, you can get an idea about what happens off screen. Here you go. Hi there, welcome to... Oh dear. Blah, blah. Hi there, welcome to No Nonsense Whiskey. My name's VinPF, and on this
Ooh, okay, let's get a nice little insight into how it goes now, don't you? All right. Okay. Blind challenge. L'orange. Spilt a bit. I hope that wasn't an expensive one. I don't know. I haven't figured it out yet. There'll be some editing. Okay, I have to remember where I'm sat so we can cut it nicely. I like a bit of a pause just to make sure. Not sure about that one. I'm gonna have to get that taste of sulphur out of my mouth. Ugh. Oh, those are some strong coffee beans. Steady. Ugh. Okay. That's the end of it. See how the click on, click off, click on. All right. Let's have a little cut. This is awful. Click here, click here. Thank you again, and I will see you again on another No Nonsense Whiskey video. I didn't close that video very well though, did I?
Go. That's what used to happen. I have to say, editing's got a little bit easier. Running's got a little bit easier now, so I don't tend to have too many outtakes anymore. But it is what it is. I always enjoyed putting those bloopers together, and I've got another one a little bit later. So yeah, I'll play that. It's a little bit longer, but back in the day when I made a few more mistakes, it used to happen a little bit others. Yeah, Lee J's asking where's the Star Wars stuff gone. Now this is a true story. I have my my fighter that I had in my background for years. I moved house a few years ago. You might have noticed with my funky wallpaper that I've got here. I couldn't be bothered to change that, but I obviously dismantled that. I didn't want it broken and lost in the transit, so I dismantled it entirely. But what I did was, like a moron, I just chucked it all into one box. Now, if you buy Lego, if you know you open it for the first time, it's all separated out into little handy packets that make the finding of bricks quite easy. I didn't do that. But what I wanted to do, the guy called Scotch Down Under, Ken, hopefully you guys watch him. I know Sugar Kitty watches him. He does this thing called Owen Drams everything, and I really love that idea, and I wanted to steal it for a bit, just to do that one build and do some live streams while building this Lego. So, but what I don't want to do is spend the whole time searching for little tiny bricks for every step. So I'm basically waiting to find the actual energy or dia to break my big box down to those little bags again and make my own little bags so that I can do maybe one stream from per bag, something like that. That's the plan. But I can't really be bothered a lot on at the moment. I will do it. But at some point, well, I mean, we'll see what I think. You know, obviously Ken's Lego thing. I'm not trying to. It was just a cool idea that I thought I might do one time. Interested in seeing that. It would probably be a couple hours stretched over a few months. I might do it. But if there's genuinely nothing about whatsoever, I might just build it. The thing I'm terrified of is that once I finish building it, it won't fit into cubes. There are bottles that don't fit into cubes. I could probably find the measurements on and actually just check before I start. But yes, that was the plan. So it's in a box somewhere in here. Yeah, it's up there. I'll figure it out. The plan is to build it at some point. Yeah, I just can't imagine have free time to spend doing it in one go, because it's a good 4 or 5 hour TIE fighter, I think, maybe, if you've got stuff in order. All right then, so yeah, let's move on to the heavy stuff, shall we? Another sample here from Toby. This is a SMWS. This you can't obviously fudgy. The SMWS 35-2 which I think is a Glenmurray. Big bumper bag of buttons, 6.7%. But yeah, a massive thank you to Toby for sending that over. But I like Glen Murray. I haven't watched Glen Murray on the channel. I have to admit, I keep. I don't tend to buy much from the supermarkets anymore. But I should go back because they're really good stuff. Glen Murray's all pressed me for the price that they pay. But yeah, for a fourth time, then I'll say cheers to you. Thank you. Okay. Oh wow, that's genuinely my first taste of that. It's a huge step on ABV from the previous 50 to 60.7. Yeah. It was a little bit perfume out with, but that kind of opens out a little bit more as well. Interesting one. I'm not sure what I think about that. I have to say, it's not the best Glen Murray I've ever tried. It's nice enough for sure. That's been sat out for a while, at least the hour more, probably 2 hours. There's a few poor people still just jumping in about the audio problems. Yeah, I don't know. I'm disappointed. A lot of money for this StreamYard software, and I shall be sending them a strongly worded letter. Yes, I will. A bit of water. Yeah, I have to say I'm not a fan of that one actually. I mean, SMW an interesting one, right? I've often said on the channel and off channel that I really like SMWS does. It doesn't really work with a quote unquote content creator, like, because once you buy into the brand, you want to keep buying their bottles. Yeah, sorry, I did say 35.98. Yeah, apologies again for the terrible audio. Apparently, we have a connection problem. That's interesting. It's gone up again now. I don't know. Who knows? I used literally everything on this computer, bar StreamYard. I'd probably kind of restart point, but that takes ages on Macs, unfortunately. Yeah. Okay. So yeah. Yeah. SMWS. I find a lot of their is really, really good, and a lot of their whiskey are pretty good. Very rarely have I found that I don't particularly like, and I have to say, if I wasn't doing YouTube, I probably would be a member, because I love my cask strength whiskey. Always got something interesting to try, and I would probably, rather than having 4 bottles a month, like I do right now, 4 or 5 bottles a month, I would probably limit myself to one bottle a month, and probably an SMWS bottle if I wasn't in the channel. Genuinely, I don't know though, because I've not been in that situation. For obviously, I started drinking whiskey when I was 25, maybe just before 25, so 13 years ago now, a bit more. Obviously started doing the channel 7 years ago, which is a long time to be doing this thing. Okay, I'm gonna do the last giveaway, but I closed the screen for some reason, so bear with while I get that up again. We're gonna do the last giveaway, which is gonna be a set cans. They come as a set. They were fairly expensive, but there's one with the No Nonsense Whiskey logo and one with hand logo. Lovely to show off. Yeah, I really enjoy having my asses, but I think I've probably got, I don't know, maybe 6. Well, after 5 sets left. So I'll do this as a gift. Should be clicking on this instead of talking, or do the way together. So, can you guess what the hashtag will be? Hashtag Glencairn. Let me share that so you can see it. Boom. There you go. Hashtag Glen. Again, ship anywhere in the world. It might take me a bit longer because it's a bigger box, and I have to make sure I ship it securely. If you are a bit further afield, then obviously bear with me. I'll probably kit if I'm so I'll be able to send you. But yeah, make sure you hit that. Make sure you spell it right, because if you don't spell it right, you won't get the you won't get the entry. So check that. Andrew saying Rocks Glass. I'll give you a true story while we're getting this in. Make sure you get that hashtag Glencairn. I used to do it. I use Rocks Glass back in the day. My original thought for the channel was their whiskey in the way I drink it. And if I'm not setting whiskey for a review, drink it out of a rocks glass. Controversial, I'm sure, I know. But if I'm sitting in the lounge and I'm enjoying my whiskey, my own, or even if I've got like a round, I just prefer the feel of it. I prefer the feel when I'm drinking my whiskey. I prefer a big glass. You know, I get why people like a Glencairn, and it's important when you're doing a assessment to have a consistent flow of flavors and aromas and what, and you get that from a Glencairn. And like I said, with my actual assessment of whiskey, we will all Glencairn. That's true, and I do it on screen as well. But yeah, I used to use a rocks glass, but I got so much crap in the comments for using a rocks glass and not using a proper whiskey glass, which was a real shame. It happened. But what can you do? I use a Glencairn glass now to save the issues. I think even if I used a Peter or something like that, yeah, I think I would struggle with comments still. Anyway, I got a super chat from Lover Society. Thank you very much. I need it up on the screen. Wherever that's gone. Show. Doom. Very much, dude. I really appreciate that. That's very nice of you. Okay, I think we've had people saying, anybody want to check their typos or anything like that? I'm not sure it's actually catching everybody. It seems a bit slow. But okay, I'm gonna draw it. There, I got that last one from back. Someone saved you, didn't they? Yeah, Sugar kissed you from a. For what? Oh yeah, you said Glan carry. There. Right. Okay. Let's draw it. There you go. That's come back round because you saved the guy. You won it. Let me make a note of that. Sugar Kitty, Glen cares. Okay. Now, Kitty, you're the only one so far that's won. I don't actually know who you are exactly in real life. So if you could email me to vin@nononsensewhiskey.com or whatever, find me on any of the socials, then please do because I'll obviously need your address. But yeah, well done. Let me get rid of that. Remove. Stop sharing screen. So yeah, you've some Glencairns. Nice. And hopefully you can use them while you're watching Ken's. I do like watching Ken's streams because he goes live at like midday UK time, which is very handy for lunchtime. And sometimes he's live streaming when I get home later as well. He's a bit of a madhead. It must be so late for him. Let's try this Lemon Murray again. I should probably add a bit of water to it. Let's try that. I really don't do this very. I'm gonna do it slightly off screen as well. You can't see what I'm doing, which is tipping from a glass. There we go. So now water in there. Let's see how we're getting on. Yeah, it's chilled it out a little bit. Not a lot though. It's yeah. Sugar Kitty saying it's 9 AM. Okay. Well, that puts you in the world a little bit more. That's fine. I can handle that. It'll happen. Okay. Yeah, it's chilled it out a little bit, but yeah, shame really. I'm actually not enjoying that one so much. But oh well. It is what it is, right? It is what it is. Okay, I'm going to move these coins I separated out. These are going to send out to you guys, by the way. All that stuff's available on my website. Cheeky plug, of course. And as always, I'm remiss to get an hour into a stream without thanking my patrons as well, because those guys are legends. They really do keep the channel ticking over. YouTube advertise a thing, but you'd be surprised what it doesn't pay. That's in fact, at one point I would probably consider if Patreon started doing well, I might remove monetization entirely, because it really is pants. I hate watching adverts. I genuinely feel bad for putting people. So some people are dashing out. Nick's got to go. But my patient's waiting for a sober doctor tomorrow. Nice. What I'll do then I'm going to play you one final video, and then we'll ride the torrent through to 11, and hopefully Menno will pop in, and we'll do the quiz a bit later. One final video then. This one here is the third outtakes that I ever produced. I like it because I don't know what just really makes me laugh, even still when I look back at it. A quick shout out to cats that are in it as well. You'll notice, actually, to the unkeen eye, you might only know one cat, but there are two cats in there. They were brothers, silver tats. Fortunately, they both passed away earlier on this year as well. We now have a new cat, Bella. But there it always makes me happy to see those guys again. But I really like this video. You will too. But it's probably the most polished of the outtake video I've ever done, and I enjoyed making it. Here you go. It's a little bit longer than the other ones, well, but bear with. See you on the other side. Right. Hi there, and welcome to No Nonsense Whiskey. My name's Vin PF, and this is the penultimate. And episode 40. Why did I even bother going down that road? Hi, welcome to it. Hello. Ooh, hello. Hi everyone. Blah blah blah. Maker's Mark. Succeed. Tonight is gonna be a jailbreak. Oh, it's warm. It's warm in her. Okay. Mictors. What are you going to do? You going to sit? No, you can't smell that. Sit down so I can get on with this. Woo! Brian, sit. a good boy. I bet that made good TV. Yeah, like I said, always makes me laugh. The funny thing that was that despite the amount of effort it to get that cactus down, he still wasn't even in that video. Back in my old house, I'm in a new build property, and the insulation in the UK is really good for winter, but in the summer it got really unbearable, really terrible. So I went outside occasionally to video. I don't really do that anymore. I haven't had to anyway. I'm in a bit of an older house now, so it's not as hot, and I've got like a fan underneath me now, blowing up my legs, so it becomes a little bit more bearable to do videos in the heat of sun anyway. Although that said, did get some of this year, guys? Not really. It's the truth of it. So yeah, we were out in the garden, and I honestly can't believe I didn't lose a rag with that Jim Beam. Don't know where that patience came from, but yeah, I like that video. Hopefully you guys too. I will always try to do eggs if I can, and doesn't really happen much anymore. Like I said, but they are at the end of videos. Hopefully you enjoyed that. Let me know what you think. Okay, I've got one final whiskey, and I'm kind of like edging my bets, hoping that Menno up. If he doesn't show up at 11, what I'll probably do is start the anyway. Because I know he's meant to be working, so he's probably rushing around, poor lad. But he did do a lot of effort into doing that. The last one I've got then is this one here in another Pioneer bottle. These have become a mainstay for samples. It's always a struggle to sample bottle. We have all sorts of stuff. The classic Master of Malt, the bits and bobs that you get. These were a favourite of mine for a while, but glass is not for posting. These Whiskey Pioneer, it's a small subscription in the UK from the same people that do Somerton Club. But these bottles, like I said earlier, they're recycled plastic, so you can see they're slight grey. They pride themselves on working company called, I think they're called Prevented Ocean Plastic, something like that. It's just a really good way of getting, in charities, but you're also keeping plastic out of the ocean and then they're in these bottles from. I like it. Anyway, James Palmer sent me this. He's in the chat tonight, and it's actually the moderator, the only moderator, which is cool. This is the Little Brown Dog Ardnamurchan Sherry Pid, 61.1%. I've never actually had a Little Brown Dog before, but I hear lots of chatter about them. That they're really wonderful stuff. I see them all the time actually, but it's just there's only so much time, only so much whiskey that you can get. So thankfully he sent me 2 of these samples. So I've actually had a whole of these before. Now I've got the other half in my glass. But I think I've just been drinking this most of tonight, and at 61%. He says I'm actually smashed on this tonight. Bless him. But yeah, let's try it. I like Ardnamurchan. I've got one of the bottles, wherever that's on. There somewhere. There it is. The AD0222 cask strength was fabulous whiskey. Let's see how this stacks up, shall we? It's got a beautiful colour. Good old 7-year whiskey. Let's try on the nose. I mean, the funny thing about that, I don't really get a whole heap of peat on the nose. But I often wonder if that's just me being slightly desensitized to peat now. I absolutely loved whiskey, which again is hard fought. Is why I'm fighting so hard for my rye, because I'm assuming that one day I'm just going to like it, but maybe I won't. Absolutely love peated whiskey now. But it's not overly sherried, if that makes sense. Like, it's not like a sherry bomb, if you want to use that sort of term. On the palate. Oof. It's a big hitter. A really big hitter. Somewhat bigger than the Murray as well. Only a fraction of a percent higher. But you're getting that small sherry fruity burst, with a big old, not, it's kind of smoky, burnty, woody vibes. Now, one of the things I've discovered myself over the last couple of years is I'm not a huge fan of like sherry whiskies, but I a few, but I really like peat and sherry mixed together. I've got a couple examples of that as well. It's just a lovely flavour. I love all that kind of sweet smokiness. I think it comes from getting into barbecuing, into backyard grilling a little bit more. But that's where it's come from, because that's you get a sweet meat, that smokiness come through, and that's this in spades. Oh man, that's so good. You know what? We're potentially a quiz now. So with that, I'm going to give you a little head up. Mention originally was for to deliver it and for me to participate, but a long-standing joke is that I really don't like the quiz. I'm good at the quiz. I've always been bad at the quiz. On the rare occasion that I'm actually awake long enough, I would usually be in bed by now on a normal Thursday. But if I'm awake long enough to do the quiz, we'll score like 2 or 3 out of 10 at best. Some might do a little bit better, but I especially around solely Scotch whiskey, I'm not that knowledgeable, genuinely. So yes, it's a bit of an issue. So yeah, that's the original intention, but I'm not going to take part in the quiz. I've actually looked at the questions now, and so it wouldn't be in good honour. But there are a couple of questions there about no nonsense whiskey as well, so they would have been the 2 that I would have got right. Yeah, a few people are probably just saying about the echoes. Yeah, I mean, we've been trying to solve the echoes, and I'm not even sure what's going on. No one's more bummed out than me, unfortunately. Genuinely to the core of gutted that I'm having those echoes. It's a real shame, and it's going to really affect the play value of this stream, which stresses me out a bit. But hopefully, I've managed to produce an entertaining stream nonetheless, with a couple of giveaways and whatnot. Yeah, it is a shame, Sam. And thank you for saying you love videos as well. You know, the normal stuff. Here's the irony is that I actually have this little camera I use for my normal videos with a lovely phone on it, but I haven't really figured out how to make this a webcam yet. It's doable. I know it's doable. I'm very lazy with stuff like that. I'm not very tech. I'm tech savvy, but I'm not very camera-y. What I need, Whiskey Diary Ben to come and plug it all in for me. Yeah, one day I'll figure that out. This mic here should be working fine, right? This is a Blue Yeti, which is a podcasting staple, and it just let me down. Although, like earlier, I think it might a mismatch between Chrome and StreamYard, because the reason why I think is because before I start the stream, what you do is you pop out the chat for the video. So what I've got is that I've just got the chat for the video knocking down here, and I don't have the video playing anywhere, because otherwise that's what happens, right? You get a weird echo. But when I did it, it went all weird for a second. Like some of the chat there, some of it wasn't there. I didn't really know what was going on, and it was very strange indeed. And that should have been the alarm bells to say it was off. But Chrome had that horrible thing. I don't know if you use Chrome. Had that horrible thing with a big red "Update me now." And I was like, I better do that just in case it screws up StreamYard. Likely. Yeah. Unfortunately, it is what it is. But 64 of you are still with me, and that's a massive appreciation. Just going to check on see if Menno sent me a message. He hasn't yet. Yeah. But we're at 11 o'clock. I'm eager to do the quiz but I'm going to give a few hand minutes. So I guess the last thing I wanted to talk to you guys about was the kind of the future of No Nonsense Whiskey, which is pretty much like as normal. To be fair, there's no anything like that. You know, I intend to carry on doing reviews every Thursday. I didn't this week or last. Something I've learned over the last year. I think it's really important. It used to be really important to keep cadence on YouTube. The algorithm probably like it when you don't upload every week. However, it's also important to look after your own mental well-being. August, to counteract the kind of thing we jokingly called a summer lull, where sort of overall across channels the viewership goes down, and we're talking about a worldwide incident. You guys in this, you're the ones stick around week out, but as a general populace, which tends to disappear over summer for YouTube anyway, for whiskey YouTube at least. It is what it is. What I tend to do is go harder content, if that makes sense, to get more content out. So when winter picks up, there's more stuff for people to watch. Anyway, is that I probably too much. Quite a lot of live streams. Hopefully, you've been enjoying those Dram Slams. Let me know in the comments if you're in the Dram Slams. I'll queue a guest for that, but I haven't got any more booked at the moment. I'm going to take a break from them. But if you're enjoying them, let me know, because, or I guess the real question is, you rather see them as pre-recorded content rather than a live stream. Because I go live on Mondays with them, and it's not always convenient for everybody. But know about that. So really, that's the plan: is to crack on weekly reviews. I'd love to go back to 2 videos a week at some point. You might have seen in one of those videos I showed earlier where I said that I was doing days and Thursday. I don't really do that anymore. I do my third reviews once a month. I do my whiskey and whiskey out, which people seem to like. I like making that. I don't do my whiskey of the month anymore. I didn't see the point of that, but again, let me know if you enjoyed that. I might bring that back. I've started doing my sample Saturdays again, which I've got a few more coming. But yeah, basically, the best way you've let me know if you like content on is to watch it, right? So if you see some content you like, then please do watch it. But again, you should never feel pressured. That's the whole point of YouTube, right? If you're not interested in subject matter or a bottle, then you don't watch the video. That's fine, because that gives me, the content producer, all the metrics I need to know to kind of decide what I'm gonna do next. Like I said earlier, I do tend to cover whatever whiskey I want. In an ideal world, years down the line, in an ideal world, I would love to do some fancier projects where I go out and about a little more. Not really on the cards at the moment. Full-time job and all that lot. But I'm hoping that I will do more of that at some point. I'd love to get back to Scotland. It's been too long. But okay. What I'm going to do then, I'm keen to keep the time as it is. I haven't heard from Menno at all. I'm going to see about getting the quiz up. If you're up for that, if you want to see a quiz. Yeah, see, loving Kelpie. To be honest, I think you can approach it however you like. Exactly that. You know, that's how it should be. Heads off. Yeah. If you please do check it out on the replay, Frank. If you bothered, again, I know the sound makes it not ideal, but my eye is getting heavy as well. So I'm keen to crack on with the quiz before it pops up. I'll hand over to him. But let's do this thing. Now, I heard that you should share screen, not do slideshow. So I've done. Hopefully you can all see me okay still. Okay, right, let's have a look. So everyone's happy to do quiz. Yeah. I'm just going back as well, Andrew, but I like being able to guess responsive comments. That's true, actually. Point about the Dram Slams. I like that as well. Because if I did pre-recorded content, then that wouldn't be possible. Okay. Yeah, Ben. Actually, I wonder if Menno will echo well. So yeah. Okay. So basically, as always, Menno is the quiz master. He does some really great quizzes. I've tried to do quizzes in the past, and well, I'll say it's an epic fail. Actually, it was a win for you guys because if I don't know if you remember, but pretty much like half the people got tens because, like I said, my yeah. Let me get rid of that brand for a second. Oh, there you go. Bump. My trivia is not that great with whiskey. Not like the minutia, I know, right? But when it comes to like literage, years of this thing, rubbish at that. Absolutely rubbish. All right, strap in, everybody. Let's do the quiz. So, yeah, Menno's written this for me. He's called it. I know what you did last summer. I don't know why. I didn't give him any brief. He just went for it. So yeah, get into it. First question then. Which distillery recently released 2 10-year-old whiskey, 1 matured in kiln-dried oak, 1 in air-dried oak? Your choices then are A. Loch Lomond, B. Benromach, and C. Tomatin. Now, as always, I do these VPub covers, and Menno does me a quiz. I caveat it by saying that I have no passion whatsoever in producing this. So I if it's wrong, it's definitely Menno's fault. I'm going to give you all a minute. B seems to be the one here. Anders gone for A. Left field. And of course, well, if you're one of my guys in this, don't normally watch the VPub. The idea of this, there's no prize. You keep your own score. Honesty is the key. Okay. The answer then, if you're ready, is B. Benromach. I think pretty much everyone got there with that. That's cool. Don't forget to comment. Let us know how you've done. 1 out of 1, 0 out of 1, whatever. Question number 2. Last month on June 18th, the whiskey commemorated what? A. The 200th anniversary of the 1823 Excise Act. B. The 150th anniversary of the Jack Daniel's distillery. C. The 250th anniversary of Anais Coffee. This is what I mean. On a personal level, I wouldn't know this. It would complete guess. Because, I mean, it was 200 years since the Excise Act, but could he be banana skinning us? There is a banana skin, and of course, there's a Lord Ashton as well. Oh. A. Yeah, I mean, it could all be true, right? Keep your answer. Okay. Let's get an answer then. So the answer is A. The 200th anniversary of 1823 Excise Act. Not a banana skin after all. Yeah, Menno texted me saying that he's gone easy, not easy, but he's easy on us, generally speak, for a pub quiz or a Vin pub quiz, which you guys lovingly gave that to me. I appreciate it. So a lot of people on 2 out of 2. Need to change that. Okay, question 3. Which distillery recently announced to be changing their packaging to help reduce their CO2 emissions? Is A. Kleinleach, B. Tamu, or C. Laphroaig? Kleinleach, Tamu, or Laphroaig? I think James went a bit early to say that he knew it, and then the answer wasn't there. Can't say for sure. He says Brooklady, surely. Don't know for sure. Whiskey Weekend, why not dump all package? I mean, I actually, on a personal level, I happen to agree with you. If I get the option to not have the tube or the box, I will pick it, even if it's saving. Because it can only give them a revenue, right? But also, I think boxes are kind of point. I know they look nice. You know, I get that. But for my purposes, when I've done a review, those packages could just go in the bin. It's actually, on my most recent videos, I don't even put the packaging on there anymore because the pedestal that I use only got enough room at all. So unless packaging is particularly in, like the 9 Rivers I covered recently, I don't bring it out. But I know people like it. You know, I'm not going to sit here and tell people that they should share entirely. I know people like it. Okay, the answer then. C. Laphroaig. There you go. Yeah. Ben saying he did a very, very similar question, and the answer was Brooklady. There you go. Can't say for sure. Always a benefit to getting someone else to write the quiz for you. Is that I can just go. Nothing to do with me. Okay. Question number 4. Just this week, a newly released its inaugural bling, a 7-year-old bourbon cask matured whiskey. Real cask strength in a 50 cl bottle, which you could buy at the distillery only. Obviously, Aaron Fraser grabbed one, but which distillery am I talking about? Is it A, the Borders? Here we go. Is it Burnabenny? Or is it C? Oh my god. Ballinderloch? People seem very confident, you know. Maybe Menno has gone easy on us. Or guys, at least. Not saying C. Greg is also confident. He's scoring himself early as well. Ballinderloch. Dollock. Okay. Yeah, I can't say I've tried it. Obviously, I'm not into FOMO. Don't get into FOMO. I tend to wait for whiskey to come past my nose, basically, rather than me go chasing it. But people love the chase. Okay. C. Ballinderloch. Dollock. Yeah. So that's a new one for my tongue, that is. I know, Ballinderloch. Okay. Everyone's got 4 out of 4. Anyone not doing well? That would be me. I wouldn't be doing so well. Lots of guessing. Okay. Symbols. Which new distillery? Is this Archie? Is it Ardnahoe? Or is it Annandale? Yeah, I feel like this was an easy one as well, right? Lulling you into a false sense of security for next week? I don't know. Although next week is going to be a big one, right? Roy's return. And I've got a sneaking suspicion that he might be talking about the Oswald a little bit. Don't know that for sure. I mean, we all come in, right? So anyone could guess that it's coming, but There you go. Everyone's saying A. No one said any different. Okay. Let's get answer. It's Arbecky. Of course. Good question, though. No, you wouldn't know, right? Okay, number 7. This summer, the SMW released an experimental spirit. They took a cask of 10-year-old single malt and did what? A, added in 100 different chili peppers, left it to mature for another 7 years. B, fit in 4 different wooden casks, none of them oak. Or C, blended it with cognac and released it as a cogsky. There you go. What did they do? I mean, I was going for clarity. I might read that again, but actually that might make it worse, right? If the echo's still around, which I imagine it is. A added in 100 different chili peppers and left it to mature for another 17 years, making it what, 27 whiskey? Finished it in 4 different casks, none of them oak. And C, blended it to the cognac and released it as cogsky. Okay, now we've got a bit of split in choices, A's and B's. No one for the cogsky though. Okay. I'm going to give you a second to let that roll in. Look at showing my little mouse there. That's it. Let's get an answer. Apparently, it's A, added in 100 different chilies and let it to mature for another 17 years. There you go. Who took a dip there? A few people lost their point there. I have to admit, I like interesting stuff like that. I would try it. But yeah, like Greg's saying, 17 years ago, I mean, that's like a big bargain because whiskey isn't the same today as it was 17 years ago. It would have been much less experimental. Fair. Yeah. I'd give. I like chili peppers. Right. Moving on. Oops. Number 7. Which distillery fee decided to permanently allow visitors after being closed to the public for 120 years? Is it A, Mortlach, B, Fettercairn, C, Speyburn? There you go. A, Mortlach, B, Fettercairn, or C, Speyburn? Again, I don't know. Genuinely. I mean, I do now as the quiz, but I wouldn't have done before that. I probably spend a little too much time looking at English whiskey, to be honest. It's been a bit of a funny journey, my whiskey journey, but a lot of time looking at Scotch. Then I spent a lot of time looking at bourbon. Obviously, recently I've been spending a lot on English whiskey, but it's coming back to Scotch. When I did my whiskey, collection on in January, quite a lot of Scotch. So yeah, we'll see. Okay. Everyone got your answers in? Doesn't look, there's only a few people playing now. Keep guessing. 2 more seconds. Okay. Here it comes. C. Spain. There you go. I'd love to go. Like I said earlier in the stream, I'd love to go to Scotland again properly. You know, it's been a while since I've been up there. Pre-COVID, I think, actually, maybe. So yeah, it's been a while. I need to get back up. I need to do some proper tours. Will happen, hopefully, some point. I promise. Okay. Question number. Excuse me. Recently, Penderyn announced planning to do what? A. Abandon their specially designed Faraday steel for traditional pot stills. B. A new distillery in C. C. Release a core range of age-stated whiskies. The Penderyn announced they're planning to do what? A. Abandon their designed Faraday for traditional pot stills. B. Open a new distillery in Swansea. C. Release a core range of age-stated whiskies. Yeah, lots going on, Darren. There was a time a couple of years ago where it looked like they might not survive, but I think wonderful stuff. I know Jamie Palmer saying doesn't like their whiskey, which is fine. They're a bit Aaron-esque, I find. Aaron's got a funk about it. So is Penderyn. And you're into it, or I think. And I like it. I'm a big fan of Penderyn, but they've definitely got some stuff going on there. Also a little bit Aaron-esque. I say Aaron-esque. I don't suppose you can say that anymore. You have to say Loch Ranza, don't you? It'll always be. No, what am I talking about? Ignore that. No, that's right. I'm using myself. Ignore me. Okay. I think everyone's had their guess. People are saying B. Everyone's saying B. It's B. Open a distillery in Swansea. It'd be interesting to see what they do with that, because I know that they've got a couple now, haven't they? But yeah, there you go. That was your banana. Got Kyle 7 out of 10. Ben's got 8 out of 8. Rob's on 7 out of 8. Andrew Butler's on an 8 out of 8. Alan, you're pretty much where I would be. I think 5 out of 8, 7 out of 8. Hells is on 8 out of 8. James on 8. Lots. Okay, now I'll apologise for the next two questions in advance, because they're about there's no nonsense whiskey. Okay. Apart from his usual no-nonsense reviews and occasional pub takeovers, Vin also does regular live broadcasts named what? A. Dram Slam Live. B. Whiskey and Whiskey. Or C. What's in the box? Unboxing videos. Apart from his usual no-nonsense reviews and occasional takeovers, Vin also does regular live broadcasts named what? Dram Live, Whiskey and Whiskey Out, and What's in the Box. I mean, obviously this is an easy one. It is what it is. I think you'd have to be watching regularly. It looks like I know it as well, which is good. I know I'm spoilers. Sorry. Everyone's winning. It's fine. Don't worry. Okay. Got your guesses in? It is, of course, Dram Live. The clue there was the live. Whiskey and Whiskey Out, not a live stream. Sometimes it looks like it. A, yes, it's A. Yeah, sometimes it looks like it because I do most of it in one cut, but it is what it is. Okay, question number 10. Lord Asshatton. And I have not operated any of the data in this. As mentioned here, Vin's most popular video to date is his review of a bottle of Johnny Walker White Walker. How many views does this video have? Is it A, about the same as Darth Mill in LPA, 1 view equals 1 link? Is it B, about the same as the combined capacity of Wolfburn and McNean? Or C, about the same capacity of the aforementioned Arky? I mean, even if you knew the answer in terms of views, I don't think that you could actually know this. Yeah, and even then, it's like about how many. It's not dead on. You could go and look it up, right? You could look up how many views I've got on that video quite easily. But yeah, it's a guess, isn't it? Lazy Scotsman's got a new high score. Good. You can thank Mena because I think he's not been very today. Maybe he's getting a reputation as to turn it around a bit. Yeah, I mean it's the attack question, right? It's got to be. It's got to be a guess. It's got to be a guess. I have a bug. I those earlier. Okay, I'll reveal it. So get your question, get your answers in quickly, and then we can see who makes it and who doesn't. The answer then is about the same as Wolfburn and combined. It has about 242,000 views, which is aimed, by the way. Wolfburn and Neon combined are approximately 235,000 LPA. There you go. Some people were vinified. Let us know how you got on. Good quiz for most people, I think. There we go. We're done. Yeah, unfortunately, Mena couldn't join us, which is, I know he might be working late, but it's unfortunate. I don't know what he does for a living, but that's late for him because that must be gone midnight now. But yeah, I think he's been pretty kind, which is good. I'm proud of him for doing that. Good quiz. I liked it. I guess that brings us to the end of the show. Then we're nearly at 2 hours. Impressive. I guess you can discount the first 5 minutes though, right? Again, for 42 that are watching now, a massive thank you for staying with me throughout this, and massive apologies again for the echo noise. A real shame. Again, a real shame. But it's been an absolute pleasure to fill this gap on a Thursday night for you. Hopefully you've enjoyed this stream. I've always enjoyed doing stuff like this, especially covering for Roy. It's always a massive pleasure. Please, will you check out Roy next week, because he's going to be doing his new season, I guess, his kick up of V-Pubs. And like I said, I think there's going to be a little mention of Oswald's. I'm not sure exactly how it's going to be, just to tell you how we're going to start that process. It's in October, but it takes us a bit of behind the scene. The corroborate who get involved, people like myself, humbly get involved. It takes us a bit of time. There you go. Menno's in the chat now. We did the quiz. I wanted to stop for you, mate, but I am getting tired. But yeah, unfortunately, we've got this echo. But yeah, a massive thank you to all the Barflies for jumping to come and view me tonight. If I'll say, if you like the content, please hit subscribe. But it's not all like this. It's not all like this with that damn echo. I'm gonna really have to watch this one back. but it is what it is. Yeah. Again, thank you very much. Thanks to all my regular viewers and supporters. Thank you all my Patreon subscribers and my YouTube members. It's been great for you on board for the last 7 years. I say this every year, but it all surprises me that people are still watching genuinely, and I really genuinely really. It's a hobby of mine, and I love doing it. I love it. But yeah. I'll leave us there. I've got a couple of drams to finish now. Hopefully, you've all got a couple of drams to finish as well. Earlier than usual for Roy's thing, but I'll say good night to everybody, and I will see you again on more No Nonsense Whiskey videos in the future. Cheers, everybody.